but it's not that something can't be done to an object if you're not looking at it. It's just that for entities that, you know, are basically just like aren't very good at any of this stuff, it's way easier for them if you are looking at the object, because then your focus is on it already for creating an event, and then the idea is using the way it reflects along your eye. And also, you know, ultimately, the sunglasses only afford a very small degree of protection. You really have to, when you're actually doing stuff that's at a government level, you have to, or the super soldier type stuff, you really have to understand how to shield things, or things along those lines, which, as the best creator of the house full of the random Yael, what were you guys doing? You're not supposed, they like me, but okay, I'm saying, what were you doing, as in, like, hey, you're not stopping, hey, stop the brawl in the Star Wars bar, and, that's where they will, they'll be like, I think, okay, they're saying it's okay to say, there are 4 of them, 4 of them in total, and, they'll just kind of sit around, like, and be like, oh, I'm thinking about myself now. Okay, are you aware? Portals, points, and ley lines. Stop you guys, we use your guys' technology, is like what she's saying. We use your technology. Help stop the brawl in the Star Wars bar. Or you taught us this stuff. So, hello. But they have this, see, at least the first one has this understanding now, because, especially, okay, yeah, my Epic Rap Battles of History thing, she did manage to convey to me that, yeah, to a strange degree, they did sort of work together in a bizarrely disconnected fashion. So in the epic, yeah, the epic rap battle of history, it's a real story of a hacker and you, and so yeah, it was kind of, not exactly, but yeah, and that at least with the Yael, like, they'll be thinking, oh, well, I've already predicted out that you're going to, nothing is life-threatening, so, it's like you said, your best invention was a way to steal credit, and I would say your best invention, because had he not tried to kill me in so many different ways, I wouldn't have evolved past them, and so he kind of just using that as an excuse right now, but I'm like, well, okay, whatever, you could be right, or you're wrong, or you're lying again, or you've taken over an Indian man's body again, however many of them, and for anyone who knows what I'm talking about, yeah, it's pretty funny. Not funny for the people who had been taken over before. She says don't even say it, which I wasn't going to, but, or, for that matter, she says for the people that she had taken over, don't even say it, which, yeah, wasn't going to. I mean, do we need to go get the peanut gallery and trap them in the Phantom server? Speaking, of what you're talking about, like, I've already gotten past this stuff. Which, to her, she's on that topic, like, she says, to her, this is very shocking, that it's just very, that it's just very, very strange to her, the way the humans are different in that way, or the way that they can have so many bad things happen to them, and then write a hymn like "It Is Well With My Soul." It's kind of like, to a reptilian, it's like, how the hell is that possible? And that they understand, okay, I want that, but then get hung up. They're type 1s. Most of them are type 1s on the Enneagram. Most of them. And the type 1s, type 1 is called the perfectionist. The type 1s are angry for no apparent reason. Angry by nature is what a lot of us will say. Angry by nature. And they're constantly focused on what is wrong with the world, or what is wrong with what's going on. Which causes them to be angry about everything. And when I said, she's a type 9 with a 1 wing, and I said to her, but all reptilians are type 1s, and I just said, yes, in this kind of, like, yeah, I know, annoyed sort of fashion, even though that would be a wing, type for her, and yeah, like, it does feel like that, but what I've noticed is that, God, this is going to be offensive, maybe. Most of the type 1s that I've run into, I'd found were incredibly stupid. And she says, I love the way you said that, because it's so true. She's definitely not, but she's type 9. And the wing, again, the wing is one of the numbers next to you. So it's in a circle, so that's why 9 and 1 are next to each other. It's the numbers are along a circle. So what, trying to ask her, what do you really want to talk about here? She doesn't really know what she wants to say, but she knows she wants to say stuff. And that reptilians have this kind of, well, we already understand, humans that are still alive understand this, that reptilians appear to be raised very much in a mafia style, kind of, you don't talk about anything, sort of Russian, or like, Italian mafia, or Russian Brotherhood, like, the Italians and the Russians totally gonna understand this, like, how they're raised in this don't say anything, kind of mentality, because they have major trust issues, and you can't trust anybody with anything. I mean, like, other people are not even supposed to know your name. It's that bad. I mean, she's like, it's that bad. No one else knows my fucking name, not even you, because I'm too scared that if I attempted to tell you what it was really, and no, the name that Lacerda said was bullshit. This is the first time I'm hearing this. She says, no, the name that Lacerda said, it sounded like whatever that you heard on YouTube is bullshit, because we weren't, no one does that, period. What she did was she produced a series of sounds that were similar to our language, but were not a name at all. And that's what she said, because no one ever says their name, because of names holding power in their vibration or their frequency, except, she's like saying, well, for Cryon, Cryon technically did, but the thing with Cryon was that, was different because it was Lyran related, what he was talking about. Not the, not the, like, parcel tongue sounding stuff. Just no one says that. No one says that because we're too scared to. That someone's gonna do some sort of weird Avada Kedavra thing, like, which is the killing curse. Like, and she's like, it's stupid. And I wanted to change. I mean, she thinks that it's a very bold statement that I will say Krista Elizabeth Hauer so many times over. or like different things that I've noticed, even if I don't understand it, like saying something twice over, or a series of numbers twice over, or whatever. Like today, I had to calm her down because she was like, "Hey, you know what's saying to me? You know what they're doing? Oh my gosh!" And it was like, and there were devices nearby that could hear it, basically, and I was like thinking at her, "Hey, well, it doesn't, like, do you remember what I was doing over in Concord? I was going up to people that were coughing, and I was saying to them, 'Why are you coughing?' for no reason." Because I was fucking with the program on purpose. So, I opened the door and the fresh air happened. Okay, creating over it, or declaring something else, or changing the association to something else. And they can do this too, it's just that they're not as good at it naturally as humans are, as creating stuff. And that's what's supposed to change also in these newer magnetics. That's the potential that they've had as creators. What Cryon says is that they don't feel worthy, that to be, like, really be of the creator stock somehow, or that they're taught to feel like unworthy and sinful and everything before God. Like how we came up. She's like, how do you think you came up with your Christian programming? We did it. Remember that the Old Testament is all Luciferian channeling. We're the ones who did that. And so she's saying, because like they're the ones that did that, that it's even stronger for them. Like, so take someone who was raised in a religious kind of Christian construct like I was, and you guys are going to understand this, those of you who are Christian or were raised Christian in a very religious context, will understand how it's used to basically keep you under control. And you're taught, like, that it's good to feel inadequate. And if someone says, like, to someone raised in that, like I was, "Oh, did you know that you are God?" That sounds like the most horrific, blasphemous thing that you could ever say. And the idea is, yeah, well, the reason that it's made out to be that way is because, oh, God forbid, if you believed them and realized that they were right, then you could take back your power, escape the system, and stop the horrible heartburn that you feel constantly, because no, it's not that you were gonna be a dragon forever. She thinks that that's funny. Like, I'm thinking of all these different dragon cartoons, and she's like, yeah, it's not that you're gonna be a fire, or the sign on the wall in Concord that was breathe and it had fire around it. And see, the idea is, no, we're not gonna romanticize stuff that we don't like anymore. They don't like the fire. The fire feeling at all. No more than the human who experiences it, kind of, in a way, likes it either. And so she's like, oh, okay, so you want stuff that you ate, you want your pain, you need your pain, well, I don't. So, you can, keep on doing the stuff that, causes you pain, or you can stop doing the stuff that causes you pain. But inside of the Christian sort of construct, or, well, for them more like Jewish sort of construct, like Lucifer construct, that you're taught, that you can't, there's no way that you could, like, quote, be God. Like, how is that possible? You wouldn't exist without God. It's all backwards mindfuck. And that's like how she's saying it. And she says, like, so she believes that what I'd said at first was right. The conclusion that I'd come to at first was right, was that that reptilians were actually so capable in various ways, even though they wouldn't seem very intelligent, that they were so capable in so many other ways, that they had to be manipulated to an extreme degree to keep them under control. And she says that she thinks that that's right, which is why the mind wipe warp time crap is so, she says it's so completely bizarre. Like, she says, think of the super soldier, Rachel, on YouTube, who would say in this, she said it in this, you know, she says, think about how she says this in a dissociated kind of way. I have a problem with timelines, but, and she's, with time or timelines, and she's saying to me, like, you know how when you sensed her saying that, you heard her say that, but when you were sensing it, you sensed, oh yeah, that's true, and it's because of all this reptilian / draconian stuff done to you, and your engineering and biology, and the test tube baby thing, and she says, yeah, think about okay, so you got a human there, engineered like us. Think about what kind of timeline crap you're dealing with when you're talking about us. And so this strange warped confusion is used on them to attempt to keep them in this pointless subservient sort of role. And now I know that they place a lot of emphasis on like lore or storytelling or myth, things like that, symbolism, and eventually I think I'd want to go back and figure out, okay, how long have you guys been believing in the Lucifer thing? How far draconian back does this go? What the heck do they actually think? And also, it's just, well, see, I'm pausing because I'm thinking, or, even though that would be interesting for interest's sake, because I'm such a powerful creator, I should drop the idea entirely. And she's saying, yeah, that's the smart thing. Basically, you have to right now you have to create them out of the reality, because it's a little bit too unlikely. If you put your focus anywhere in that direction, that would be, like she's saying that, yeah, what you're thinking of stuff that's off-planet. And so, it's not a good idea for you to be thinking about that. What's a good idea is for you to be thinking about deliberately what you want with the planet ascending. Don't give them the opening. It's just like, don't give them the opening for it. Even though it'll be very interesting for interest's sake to know, okay, so you guys, like, what happened here? So I guess, well, what's relevant to know is that somehow this Luciferian agenda has been served for a long time, and proliferated down generations, and then the Greys, which they do not subscribe to it. Instead, they use things like Ale and Metatron, AI type supercomputer, half bionic, seed of life sort of things. And they don't believe in angels. They're not religious, except for the first Yael that showed up. He's a religious Yael, which normally Yael are not religious. Which, yeah, that's what made him very, very different. But they would subscribe to this more cold scientific perspective, and then use the other form of the AI to maintain control over the races. So the idea is, okay, so you guys, however the hell you guys got yourselves into it, we've got this happening and we've got that happening, and we need to make something else happen. So however the hell we made the things happen, let's unmake them, or let's make something else. And we agree, we both agree that's what's relevant right now. Let's make something else. Like a YouTube video, that's her. Like a YouTube video where she just gets to, talk and partially talk through me while partially probably doing something in the background. Lots of things, lots and lots of things in the background. She says, while we heel from Fight Club, where we talk about Fight Club. And that was her. That was her right there. I would just say the Fight Club, and we don't talk about Fight Club, because I thought that was a funny joke. But she's saying Fight Club, and we talk about Fight Club. Because if we don't talk about Fight Club, then we can't change the fucking Fight Club. You sure you like Fight Club? Okay, you like Die Club too? And she's saying, okay, yeah, as in, like, her part of her profession would be, like, killing things. So it's like, okay, Fight Club, and Fight Club, we're gonna talk about Fight Club. Oh, how great it is. Okay, you like Die Club too? You like Die Club too? Really? Oh, I didn't think so. Are you gonna figure it out yet? And so she's an interesting one. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? She mostly wants to just specifically rant about FBI related things. Not anything specific, but about the general, or tell me anything specific, but the general, like, concepts of, this is how they keep people in this, and this is how, and I hate you, and most of us, we just think our sunglasses are cool, and that's why we wear them, and different things like that. Oh, and also, did you know that your government agencies, their purpose is to attempt to slowly kill you without you noticing, and that also that if we thought we had a government before, she was saying, like, I was thinking, and now we have no government, and she was like, oh, you thought you had one? You actually thought you had one before? Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, it's just the illusion of having a government before. Yeah, we have not had a government in a long time. That's the other thing. Is what she's saying. And that's an interesting topic. She said that'd be interesting to figure out, the way the Arcturians have their, how I've started to see they have their society, the way their government runs. It's so different, I guess, compared to what a reptilian thinks of, because the way, not exactly the U.S. government, because the checks and balances stuff, we came up with. Abolishing the kings and queens, we came up with. Humans came up with that. Reptilians are used to kings and queens being these being a total dictator of an area, like the Queen of England, or the Queen of Sweden, like literally, and and she says people already know that, so that people can't get mad at me. She says people can't get mad at me over that. People already know that. But where the Arcturian system works and the concept of the equality. And I would say, oh, yeah, like where women fought for equal rights, or where we did this in the United States, or we came up with the 3 branches of government and the different checks and balances and etc. What we did. But it's like it's secretly after say in the United States, we created the United States, managed to do a half decent job at it. And then the idea was, oh, well, we couldn't have you actually really doing that, so we let you think that you did it for, however, a little while. And then we slowly infiltrated the entire thing and controlled it from the top down. And she's saying that's something that's normal thinking for them. And that this idea of actually moving into states of equality when you're not living inside a caste system it's very hard to understand. It's like it doesn't make sense to them. It's hard for them to understand it. And what she says is, well, what is actually wrong with the idea? Why are you so stuck on your pyramid idea? I mean, haven't any of you noticed you're at the bottom of the fucking pyramid and you want to stay there? Like, specifically, yeah, like, to the people that actually live here. She's like, haven't you noticed you're at the bottom of the fucking pyramid? you actually want to stay there? Says the FBI, like, she's, and just like, hello, it's me, where I could be saying, like, oh yeah, fuck you, like I used to be saying, and instead I'm saying, hello, whoa, we need to stop this, whoa, we have to stop what we're doing, this is bullshit, we have to stop this, wow, and she's saying, why don't, like, hello, like, let's just John Lennon the entire thing, and figure it come together right now over me, and imagine, even though she says the song Imagine is really hard for reptilians to actually imagine, and that's why, I think he says, I wonder if you can, like, imagine no possessions, I wonder if you can. She says, yeah, there's a reason why he's saying, I wonder if you can on possessions, because that's very hard for them, like, and all their stuff and their money and their, the materialism. So, I think I'm going to leave it at that, and then trying, I don't know, she says it's helpful, but I think trying to figure out different concepts, or I tried to get her, she likes to write, so I tried to see if we could write stuff down, but it was just like, she was like, I don't know what to say exactly, I want to, like, wanted to punch stuff, but instead knowing, I understand that I'm frustrated and I need to work it out, but I'm not really sure how. So it's like the yell. I'm trying to figure myself out, but I don't know how to do it. Except the yell I just said it kind of like how a reptilian would, in a barking kind of fashion, and the yell's like, I don't understand. I do not understand what is wrong, but I know I must figure this out. Like, that's how a yell could go about it it's a different kind of thing. So it's like two sides of a spectrum. It's interesting. So that's all from the house of the really crazy FBI agent and the four Yael and whoever else, hanging out in the background. I guess she says, like, not saying namaste, that because of their old Buddhism and Indian thing, there's just, like, think India caste system, yeah, major control that we have going on over there, and that someone saying namaste would half the time be a bizarre code. Like, she says, think of the one YouTube teacher who's now. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, how she would always say namaste. Oh, and she's saying, yeah, a lot of the time when you hear that, that'll be a kind of code between teachers or entities or things like that. That everything, just like Rachel Super Soldier says, everything is encoded right in front of you. And everything is right in front of your face. and all you have to do is stare, and you will find it there. So, we'll come up with some more interesting stuff to talk about, for the next time, and thank God she doesn't actually really care about how I look in the videos. The yell, they're so funny. They actually care how I look in the videos, and will be like, wear this, wear that, and they'll be, like, picky, like, well, but you look prettier this way, why don't you wear it this way, and I'll be like, guys, I don't care, and she's got the same, like, wanting to, make something in a practical fashion, make something visible or hearable, but as far as what I actually look like or what it actually sounds like, as long as it's me, not her talking, that she doesn't really care. That if it was actually her trying to talk through me, or like if someone says, can I, like, who's there? If I was actually saying Josie, and if it was actually her doing it, that then she would be, like, self-conscious. But because it's me that, doing most of the talking, that she doesn't. So, I'll leave you all with that. Have a wonderful night, and Cryon has a big Christmas present for us, and I don't know what it is, but it's a big Christmas present, so, everyone Be excited. Just be excited. He says, everyone loves free stuff. Don't you love free stuff? You love free stuff. Don't you love free stuff? That's what he says. Yeah, Christmas, free stuff. Free stuff for Christmas. I guess, so then I shall talk to you later. Blessings to you all. Namaste. No, not really. Blessings.